Hey, it's Liv, and I'm here to talk to you about how to make your next ski trip more sustainable. Choosing the destination is one of the most exciting parts of planning a trip. There are so many incredible ski destinations all around the world, and choosing the right one can make all the difference, not just for your trip, but for the planet too.
When picking a ski town, consider how easily accessible it is from your home. Opting for a destination that's closer to your home can not only save time and money, but will significantly reduce carbon emissions, which are one of the biggest contributors to climate change. For example, if you're in Europe, well connected resorts like Chamonix in France or Zermatt in Switzerland are great choices. But if you're on the other side of the world, like in Australia, for example, destinations like Queenstown in New Zealand or Hakuba in Japan offer world class skiing without the long haul flights. Why does this matter? Well, by choosing a location with efficient transport links, like train routes or shorter flights, you can enjoy the slopes while reducing the amount of emissions associated with travel. Plus, shorter travel time means more time for the fun stuff.
By the way, how stunning are these mountains? All the footage you're seeing was filmed by me with my drone and action camera. So there's no stock clips, no AI, just Mother Nature at its finest. Transport is a large part of any trip's sustainability, and flying is often the easiest and sometimes the cheapest option. But there are many drawbacks because of how carbon intensive the process is.
Planes emit large amounts of CO2 and other greenhouse gases, such as water vapor, at high altitudes in the atmosphere, which amplifies their impact on climate change.
So, if you have the flexibility, I highly recommend you look for alternatives such as trains or buses or even carpooling. For example, taking a train can often be a more relaxing and scenic option, and it emits a fraction of the carbon emissions than flying.
In a study by Greenpeace, they referenced data from the European Environment Agency, which showed that planes emit on average 4.8 times more greenhouse gas emissions than trains. And that's a conservative estimate. If you do decide to fly, it's best to go for direct flights. On our trip to Chamonix, we took a direct flight to Geneva and organized a shuttle transfer for our group. Sharing a shuttle bus or carpooling reduces the number of vehicles on the road, which means fewer emissions overall. It's also a great way to save money and connect with fellow travelers. When researching your ski destination, make a note of the local transport options. Many ski towns like Chamonix offer free or discounted public transport, which is included in your lift pass. This not only saves you money, but also reduces the need for rental cars, which can be expensive and problematic, especially when trying to find a park near the ski lifts.
When we did our ski trip to the German Alps, our group decided to go with a rental car option. And this was convenient to a degree, but there were definitely some big compromises. Public transport systems also tend to be more efficient as they accommodate more people per trip, making it a great option if you're traveling in a large group or with a family.
Where you stay matters. Book accommodation that prioritizes sustainability, such as energy efficient lodges or buildings. For accommodation that has an attached restaurant or eating facility, see if they source their food locally and in season, as this reduces the emissions associated with transporting food over long distances. At our lodge, breakfast was a buffet style that included fresh, local bread and an egg cooker for individual portions. This helped to minimize food waste, which is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. So, reducing it wherever possible is an impactful way to be more sustainable when you travel. Well connected accommodation is also a big consideration. Our mountain lodge was within walking distance of a major bus and train stop. This made it really easy to get around without needing a car.
And let me tell you, there's nothing better than once you spent a day on the slopes, you're tired, you're sore, you've got your ski equipment with you, you want to be in a really accessible or really close by location. There are some other simple things to make your trip more sustainable, like reusing your towels and switching off the lights in your accommodation. Reusing towels isn't just about saving water or electricity, but also about the detergents used and reduce the amount of microfibers that might get washed into our waterways. Essentially, it'll mean less pollution in our oceans and rivers.
Ski gear and clothing is another opportunity to make a sustainable choice. Renting gear locally instead of bringing your own can help reduce the emissions associated with transporting heavy equipment. It also supports the local economy and reduces wear and tear on your personal gear.
Now, I'll be the first to admit that I am not a good snowboarder, but what I lack in my snowboarding ability, I like to think I make up for in my sustainable travel advice. And as for clothing, using what you already own is of course the best option. This is because it avoids the carbon intensive process that is involved with any garment creation. If you do need to buy something new, I recommend going for brands that prioritize ethical and eco-friendly practices. High quality garments mean they will last longer, meaning you'll save money and reduce waste in the long run. And if that's not for you, secondhand clothing is also a great opportunity to find something that's not only eco-friendly, budget-friendly, but you can also find some pretty cool gear. I'm thinking retro style vintage outfits.
Climate change is already having a huge impact on the ski industry, with shorter seasons, less reliable snowfall, and increasingly erratic weather. Warming temperatures and reduced snowfall mean many ski resorts are struggling to maintain operations, which have ripple effects on local economies and ecosystems. By making more sustainable choices when planning your ski trips, you're helping to protect these beautiful places for future generations. Small actions like choosing public transport, supporting eco friendly accommodations, or rethinking how you pack collectively make a significant difference. These steps also raise awareness among other travelers, creating a positive change. Thanks so much for watching. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and share your own sustainable ski trip ideas in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for some more eco-friendly travel tips. Together, we can make a positive impact on our planet while still enjoying incredible adventures. See you next time.